Thank you so much for attending our first annual Impact Call. I'm Becca Davis, the co-founder and executive director of the Coalition for Home Repair. And as most of you know, the Coalition promotes the preservation of safe, healthy, affordable housing for all by supporting the work of more than 90 home repair and rehabilitation partners nationwide. And as you know, home repairs are a really important solution to the affordable housing crisis. Our coalition members restore vibrant communities by addressing the home repair needs of people in low-income households. And we can address the housing needs much more effectively and efficiently together. And our staff here at the Coalition has been just so impressed with what each member organization has accomplished in the last year and over the last several years, despite the challenges of the pandemic. As we reviewed the information that was shared in the impact reports, we knew we just had to find a way to celebrate our collective impact together. So thank you so much to everybody who took the time to complete our membership survey, our primary contact survey, the impact report. We know you're really busy, and we do appreciate the time that you spent working on those tasks for us. And I want you to know that we really do use all the information that we collect. We use it to inform our educational programming for the year. It helps us apply for grants that allow us to keep the cost of membership dues low and event registrations affordable. And we use the information to report back to Lowe's, our major funder, so that we can get more gift cards to distribute to you all. And speaking of gift cards, at the end of this 30-minute call, we're going to select at random one organization that is present to receive an additional $500 Lowe's gift card. We're just so grateful to Lowe's for their support for the Coalition for Home Repair and their support for all of our members as well. And we also want to recognize the Edward and Wanda Jordan Family Foundation. They were the presenting sponsor of our 2021 Reframe Conference, and they're also providing a $10,000 match for our Day of Giving, which is today. You'll hear more about that at the end of the call. But I did want to acknowledge Rosemary Argus. She's the president of the board of the Edward and Wanda Jordan Family Foundation. Rosemary, we're just so grateful for this gift. Would you like to say a few words?
Yes, thank you so much. I feel very honored and humbled that you have invited me to, participate. And I just wanted to let you know that the Edward and Wanda Jordan Family Foundation is very happy to assist you. We strongly believe that the elderly and the disabled should receive, help in order to live in their homes with dignity and independence for as long as possible. And we, Bob Argus and I, my son and I, have been involved in a local foundation, the Des Plaines Community Foundation, since 1995. So I can honestly say we have been doing what you folks are doing now. We've been doing that, and we have done emergency repairs with volunteer plumbers, electricians. We've installed toilets, fixed kitchen sinks, repaired roofs, and we know how meaningful this is to people, to low-income people who can't afford it. And so I think I know firsthand what you folks are doing, and I can really appreciate all the work that's gone into it, and we strongly support you. And I will just stay on the call to listen, to learn. And we also do wheelchair ramps. That's a big thing for us. We've installed over 60 wheelchair ramps for the Des Plaines Community Foundation. So the Edward and Wanda Jordan Foundation are very happy to have donated the $10,000, and we are very thankful for the work you folks are doing. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Rosemary. We're really grateful for this partnership and glad that you could join us today. Now, before we get to the numbers, we wanted to share a couple of stories. So I'm going to invite Megan Taylor, the Executive Director of Sierra Service Project in California, and also the Coalition's board chair, to share a couple stories.
Thanks, Becca. Good morning. I'm really glad to have the opportunity to share this morning about a few projects that our members completed with the Lowe's gift cards that the Coalition distributed this past year. So first up, Builders of Hope in Elkhart, Indiana, constructed a ramp from the elevated rear deck of a home to the garage, allowing the residents to leave their home with far more ease. Gary, a widower, has cerebral palsy and also experienced a stroke 14 years ago. His adult son, Matthew, is blind. Previously, the only way to get to their car from their car in the garage was for Gary to traverse the steps sitting down and then to use his cane to walk on the sidewalk. Now, Matthew can easily push his dad in the wheelchair to the garage. This allows Gary to transport Matthew to his dialysis treatment 3 times a week. Rather than relying on local transport services, excuse me, Builders of Hope shared that without the Lowe's gift card that the coalition secured for them, they would not have been able to construct the ramp. Next up, Rice and Beans Ministries used their Lowe's gift card to repair 2 homes in North Carolina that were damaged by Hurricane Florence in 2018. One was the home of 3 women living with disabilities, including a 95-year-old woman who's confined to a hospital bed. They had been living under a leaky roof for 3 years and are now enjoying a dry home. The organization also repaired the floors in a home for another woman living with a disability. Snakes were coming into the house before the floors were repaired, and now she lives in a safe home. The homeowners in both situations had been uncertain how they would repair their homes and were relieved to receive help with those much needed repairs. Executive Director Fred Curry expressed his thanks to Lowe's and the coalition, saying that the funds were a huge help during the times of uncertainty within their donor base. Thanks for sharing these great stories. Now I'm going to turn it over to Melanie Campbell, our Member Engagement and Development Coordinator.
Thank you, Megan. So I have been working with all the numbers from our impact reports, and we are so excited to share some great numbers with you. So let's take a look at collective impact made by members in 2021. So last year, 89 coalition members repaired 6,953 homes. That is for 16,041 residents in 38 states. So I want to bring your attention to this chart here. This chart shows the total number of homes broken down by budget size of each of your organizations. We used your prior year budget to find totals and averages for homes repaired. So even if you've upgraded your membership size to take advantage of that bigger Lowe's gift card, this benchmarking is still by your budget size. One thing I thought was interesting here is that medium and large organizations repaired close to the same number of homes on average. So medium organizations repaired an average of about 97 homes, while large organizations repaired an average of 98 homes. I did a bit of digging and I saw that medium organizations actually engaged in the least amount of new construction of any member size, including small members. So about half of large members on the other end of that spectrum are engaging in new construction to some extent. So when I went digging, I kind of saw that there might be some program differences at the organization in prioritizing new construction versus home preservation. So those who build new homes tend to repair fewer homes than those who are focusing solely on home preservation. So when I isolated large members who did not build any new homes, so they engaged in no new construction, their average number of homes was actually closer to 149. So that went up pretty drastically, so pushing about an average of 150 homes in 2021. All right, so let's look at the residents that you all served last year. So as I said, it was 16,041 residents. And that included 6,489 older adults, 3,845 people living with disabilities, 2,102 children, and 885 veterans. You'll notice here the average number of residents served is very small. Not small. None of these numbers are small. They're similar for small, medium, and large organizations. I'm not exactly sure why that is, but my personal 2 cents is this is just a reflection of each organization's values and mission and program model playing out. And we're going to look at unique repair projects next. So in 2021, you all completed 27,380 unique repairs across all of those homes. So with the help of 32,851 volunteers, you spent about 768. It's a big number, a lot of sevens, a lot of sixes, but more than 700,000 volunteer hours. And the value of that labor was more than 22 million, which is amazing, especially this week as it's Volunteer Appreciation Week. I think it's great to highlight the capital that volunteers are bringing to the table. So there's the chart here is another breakdown by member size. So for small, medium, and extra large organizations, that average number of repair projects is pretty consistent. It's 2.3, right, for all three. All organizations track unique repair projects differently. And so when I dug into why large organizations, why that average was so much higher, that program variation is exactly what I found. So members all track projects. It's just very connected to processes or how you use volunteers. And the member who actually reported the largest average of repairs per home was 40. That is 40. And so to get much more granular than this, it's just showcasing the depth and variety of each of your programs. We can't actually get that much more granular than that with the data that we have, because tracking how everyone carries out their programs just isn't something we can do. But I think the average, my personal take, I think the average for all member sizes is actually much closer to 3, if not 4. I think it's somewhere between the two. I saw some anomalies in unique reports, impact reports. I think some members may have underreported. Maybe they just don't track repairs, and organizations who reported high total of repair projects really track that at the most granular level you possibly could. And so at the end of the day, the averages are a bit like apples and oranges because of the way everyone approaches their program delivery. One thing that we can offer you as the coalition, if you were interested, is more of a custom benchmarking. So if an organization or a few or a handful of organizations believe that you operate similarly to a few other peers, if you all wanted to sort of self-select and say, we'd like a benchmarking of the 4 of us, if every organization in that group was willing to participate, we could get you something that was a little bit more custom, just to, if you felt their program models were more similar to yours. So thanks for listening in on prior year impact. You all spend time sharing this data with us, so I hope it's really useful to hear on the back end, and it's definitely useful for me as I write grants for the organization. I feel so proud to know so many fantastic organizations doing great work. I love learning about the unique ways your program models operate. So next, Adrienne Osborne, our administrative assistant and bookkeeper, is going to share some more metrics with you.
Let's see, I think Adrienne was there. Did we just lose her? Oh, yep, she's coming back in the room. Technical difficulties. Stand by for 1 minute, please. Let's see. Adrienne, you there?
I'm so sorry. I dropped off temporarily. So allow me to share some metrics. What we've calculated for the coalition's impact over the past 6 years. I'm excited to share the numbers with you. Between 2016 and 2021, coalition members have repaired 52,576 homes. That's an incredible number. And that was over 38 different states. So together in the last 6 years, in addition to completing the 52,576 projects, there were 337,741 volunteers that worked on those projects. And do you have the hours, Becca? Do you want to share those?
I don't think we have a slide for that one. If you just want to share, over 8 million, I think.
It was actually over 8,042,589 hours that were spent volunteering to repair these homes. The total number of residents served, member organizations repaired homes for 120,130 residents in the past 6 years, including 35,387 older adults. There were 23,747 people living with disabilities, 12,489 children, and 4,244 veterans. Together, we're restoring vibrant communities nationwide. Give yourselves a hand for this incredible work.
It's really amazing. Thank you for sharing those awe-inspiring numbers, Melanie and Adrian. Now I'd like to highlight a few of the Coalition's programmatic accomplishments in the last year. We launched a new program format last year, Intensive Cohorts, and our anti-racism community of practice participants earned diversity, equity, and inclusion in the workplace certificates. The Appalachian Regional Commission awarded us a grant to create a cohort to support members in Appalachia who want to start construction workforce development programs. And we also started a local model cohort to help home repair programs identify more funding streams and volunteer recruitment opportunities in their own communities. And then our Healthy Homes Affinity Group began meeting more frequently in order to embark upon a falls prevention data demonstration project that we're really excited about. And of course, we continue to host our ongoing events such as our Camp Model Roundtable, our faith-based affinity groups. We have monthly webinars. And we also led a series of 3 half-day virtual spring summits last year. So we have been really busy. And then in November, we hosted our 11th annual National Reframe Conference, which was our first hybrid event. And we were just so excited to reveal our new organization name and brand and website at that event. And if you haven't yet, be sure to log in to our website and check out the Member Compass to access our member-only resources. We also invested a lot more in advocacy last year, and our efforts really paid off. We organized a sign-on letter to Congress about appropriations for USDA 504 home repair grants and loans. We had about 65 organizations that participated in that. And then we also advocated for the Carol M. Peterson Housing Fund, which is for home repairs in Tennessee, Ohio, and Kentucky. It's a program through the Cincinnati Federal Home Loan Bank. They were considering not funding at all last year, and because of our efforts, they actually put $1 million towards home repairs. We're really proud of that success. And we also hosted Reframe Washington, which is our annual advocacy education event. And something else that was really big for us last year was we provided grants for our members for the very first time. We distributed approximately $126,000. That was actually more than half of all of our expenses for the organization for the year. And on average, our members received about 3.5 times the cost of membership dues in the form of grants from us. And that new benefit really helped us to grow the coalition. Our membership actually grew by 39% last year. And we provided funding to help offset the high cost of building materials. We supported disaster recovery projects. We funded some anti-racism consultations. We were also able to fund about half of the time of participants who were in the construction workforce development cohort. We're going to look now at the coalition's finances. Our budget actually quintupled between 2020 and 2021. We're just so excited about this exponential growth. And I want to personally thank our board of directors for their hard work on strategic planning. Along with our staff, the board determined new ways to support home repair programs, and together we're innovating so that we can repair more homes and provide more sustainable repairs for low-income homeowners across the country. And just a few years ago, 100% of our revenue came from membership dues and event registrations, but now that revenue from our members only comprises about 18% of our budget, and the rest is now fundraised through grants and individual donations. So the coalition is in a strong financial position, but we are still struggling with some of the nuances of our new funding model. We've had great success with fundraising for pass-through grants and for our educational programs, but operating funds have been hard for us to secure. So we're still trying to figure that out. And we are here today primarily to celebrate our shared accomplishments, but I think it's still important to recognize that the challenges ahead of us are quite large. There are 9 million low-income renter households that have significant repair needs. There's 6.6 million low-income homeowner households in need of repair. So altogether, that's about 15.6 million housing units occupied by low-income people who need repairs. And the cost of those repairs is extremely high. It's over $50 billion. And the pandemic has resulted in even more people needing help with repairs, especially as the cost of building materials remains really high. And these challenges, of course, are national, but they're being experienced at a very local level by our members. And so our coalition members are working hard to help as many people as they can with housing needs, but we're still only able to help on average 1 out of every 10 households that applies for home repair assistance. Also, I wanted to share some information with you that came from our recent membership survey. We asked about how concerned organizations are with the sustainability of your organization, of your home repair program model, and your ability to repair homes. And overall, we saw improved confidence in sustainability, but there's still a lot of challenges. So when looking at the overall organizational sustainability in the next 18 months, last year when we asked this question, 65% of our members had some level of concern, either very concerned or somewhat concerned, and that's down to 31% now. So that's great. We're seeing people are feeling more confident in their ability to continue. However, it's still almost 1/3 of our members are concerned about their organizational sustainability. And then when looking at the home repair program model, similarly, we saw a great improvement in the confidence, but it's still high. Last year, our members, about 67% of our members were concerned about the sustainability of their home repair program model. It's down to 33% now. Oh gosh, I got my numbers wrong. This one was higher, actually. It was 69% last year, and it's down to 45% this year. So it's almost half of our members are still worried about their home repair program model. So that's pretty concerning to me. Even just this last week, we heard from 2 organizations that are leaving the coalition because they've stopped repairing homes. They've decided to do other social service opportunities. And then the third way that we asked this question was, how concerned are you about your ability to repair homes in the next 18 months? And this is the one that dropped from 67% for any level of concern last year to 33% this year. So still about 1/3 of our members are concerned about their ability to repair homes. And there was an opportunity to share comments, and most people shared that they were concerned because of the high cost of building materials, the lack of labor, needing new funding streams. Folks mentioned concerns about volunteering in general, the challenges with the CAMP model, and even just concerns about leadership transitions. With the Great Resignation, we've been seeing a lot of turnover even within our coalition member staffing. So our coalition's main goal is to support home repair programs and challenges such as these to help organizations innovate and advocate so that we can improve our sustainability and repair more homes, but there is still a lot of work to be done. And today we're also going to share a few ways that you can help support the coalition so that, you guessed it, we can better support you. It's a circle. So Melanie is going to talk about our Day of Giving, which is today.
Well, we're just so excited to have you all here and to have a very generous $10,000 match this year from the Edward and Wanda Jordan Family Foundation. Thank you again to them and for Rosemary for being here today. So to meet this match, why not host a Day of Giving? So your donations get reinvested into programs that ultimately benefit members. So I put together a list of ways you can help, and they're not all by giving a direct donation. So I know that everyone is fundraising for their own organizations as well. So there should be an opportunity for everyone to participate. So I would like to invite you all to participate today. And we have some opportunities for you, and you can earn some badges. So there are 5 ways you can help today. And we are offering Day of Giving participation badges for anyone who decides to help. So the first one is to donate. If you make a donation of any amount today, you can earn a home repair helper badge. The second badge is the Foundation Builder badge. So this badge is earned when you start a monthly donation. Now, option number 3 to earn a badge is to actually help us fundraise. So maybe you can go to our Facebook page, the Coalition for Home Repair, and start your own fundraiser, a goal of any amount, a goal of 50, 100, 250, and you can earn the peer-to-peer badge by doing that. Next, you can earn the Storyteller badge today. I see Rachel's here. Rachel has already earned her Storyteller badge. You can share how you've benefited from the coalition. You all know stories are really powerful when we're communicating and asking people to support us. And so that is a way that you can help really provide a lot of value with us today without making a direct donation yourself. You should have a survey in your email that we sent a few times last week. And another way, 5 seconds, maybe the easiest way to earn a badge today is just by going to our Facebook page and sharing our fundraiser. Just by sharing it, you've earned a badge. Sharing is caring. And a bonus opportunity, if you're just needing some ideas, maybe you want to earn as many badges as you can. If you happen to create a peer-to-peer fundraiser and also share your story in your caption, you can earn 2 badges in one. You could earn your peer-to-peer and your storyteller and help us really drastically without giving a single penny directly. But remember, for anyone who does give today, you get that home repair helper badge. So, oh, my toddler's coming in. Let me give her a snack real quick. Do you want a snack? We were doing so good. We almost got to the very end. So please look to the chat box today for a direct donation link. Our preferred donation method today is through our Facebook fundraiser. However, you can always donate on our website or by mail. If you'd like to make a pledge today that you can pay at a later date, please just email me, Melanie at the Coalition for homerepair.org, and with your pledge amount and your preferred due date so that we can follow up with you. But that is another great way to help us meet our goal today. So thank you all for your help as a small staff. Every single donation, share, or peer-to-peer fundraiser is really appreciated. It really makes our day. It makes us really happy to know that you care enough to help and go above and beyond. So Becca, Adrienne, and I are personally really thankful for your support, and I can't wait to see what we accomplish together this year. And before we close, Adrienne is going to share a quick, exciting, important announcement about that Lowe's gift card.
So today we randomly selected one organization present to receive an additional $500 Lowe's gift card. And that organization is Hope Builders Home Repair.
Yay!
Yay! So Jeff, I'll get that sent over to you today.
Hey, thank you so much.
Awesome. I hope to see a lot of you on Zoom again for one of our upcoming spring scrums. These are 90-minute roundtables that we're hosting. We have one this afternoon for construction managers. There's one for volunteer coordinators tomorrow. We have one for fundraisers on Friday. Next week, we've got them for executive directors. There's also a camp model roundtable and a marketing and communications scrum. It's basically something for everybody. And you can register for all those things for free on our website. And this concludes our impact call. Thank you so much for being here, for the incredibly important work that you do to restore vibrant communities nationwide. I'm going to end our recording, but I will hang out here for a few minutes. If you have any questions about the numbers that we shared or want to talk about anything, we'd be glad to hear from you. Just thank you all so much for the great work you're doing. We're just really proud to support you. You're making a huge difference.